Hello everyone, entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. Welcome to another live. Thank you for coming on, and I am happy that you decided to join us again. We've been doing this live since Monday, talking about email lists and talking about how it is that we can use our email list to grow our business. And I just want to recap if you're just joining, we've been on from Monday, today is Friday. And so I really encourage you to go and check out our other videos that we posted since Monday. So just before I jump in today, because we're wrapping up, I just want to share what we've been talking about. So on Monday, and really how this all generated. Somebody asked a question about how to grow their business. We started having this conversation about email lists, and I realized it was something that I thought was popular knowledge, and I would just come on and do a live about it. Now, on Monday, we spoke about the different vehicles that you can use to grow your list, whether it is you want to do a subscription in the form of a newsletter, a blog, or you want to offer something live, maybe a live workshop, a boot camp, you name it, or if you want to write a book. And when we say write a book, some persons get nervous, but if you think about all the information you have and you spend a little time to just write it down, think about a topic, write down what your thoughts are on the topic. You never can tell. Every day you make a note, and your book don't have to be 600 pages long. Okay, it can be 10, it can be 20. So that's what we spoke about on Monday, and then we spoke about how do you now build the list. Now that you've decided what vehicle you're going to be using, let's say for example you're going to be doing a live event. What do you do? How can you get persons to register? What platforms exist? And we spoke about having just a Gmail account, using your Google Drive, or we also spoke about using Mailchimp, MailerLite. And I just use those two because those are two that may be in your face a lot, but just letting you know what can be used. Then we spoke about how to nurture your list. Now, when you have a list, it's not just to collect the information and move on with life. What you want to do is now offer value. So some of the things we said, you can share your ideas and things that you learn, whether you're watching it on news, you read an article, you were having a conversation with somebody, share that with your audience. You can also survey so you can get information from them, and then you can also offer them discounts and freebies. So you're having an event, the first persons you offer your discounts are the persons who are on your list, and then you go elsewhere. So today we're going to be wrapping up the discussion, and now we're saying, how do I now execute? Because that is where most of the work is. The idea to decide, okay, I'm going to be writing a blog, or I'm going to be doing a live event, a boot camp. You can have the idea to do it. You get persons to come on, but now it's showtime. What do I do? So for the three things that we shared in our video on Monday, and I encourage you to go and check it out, I'm going to be just giving you little gems that you can use to go ahead and execute and make it simple. And that is what we're saying, low tech or simple, because I know what's happening for a lot of entrepreneurs is you have these ideas about things that you want to do, but you see persons doing it on a bigger platform and you're thinking, I can't do it like them, so I'm not going to go forward. I could have done this live through a different platform. I could have come on with pretty slides that I do in Canva, you name it. But what I'm showing you is how I want you to show up. Just do it and do it anyway. What you want to do is to get a win. And once you get a win, then you're now able to say, okay, you know what? I did it this way and it worked. Let me continue, right? So if you decide that you want to do a live event, maybe you're doing a boot camp, you're doing a workshop, you decide that this is what I'm going to be doing to build my list. Decide what platform you're going to use. So if you go on, say you're doing it through Zoom, persons can register through Zoom. So you register through Zoom and you show up. Persons would have received an email about when the event is happening, so that when they come on, you do what I'm doing now. You're dropping your gems, you encourage persons to participate, you encourage them to ask questions, you make your offer as to what it is you're offering. Okay, this is the business I'm in. I'm into helping persons show up and feel confident about themselves on social media. That's what I'm doing. So after this live, if you're interested, which I hope you are, in becoming a client, I'm going to now ask you to sign up. So you need to be prepared for making your offer. So at the end of the day, when the live ends, you drop a link. And remember, again, it doesn't have to be anything big and fancy. You're just collecting their information. So the same way you created the link for them to sign up for the event, do it the same way. You don't even have to have it. I mean, it's good if you have everything all sorted out, meaning payment platform and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have it, that's fine. Just ensure that you're collecting the person's information who want to sign up now. If you want to close the deal on the day, it's great if you're able to say, okay, pay now, and you drop the link in the chat for them to pay. But guess what? You would have had their information so you can follow up with them after. Right? But we're taking it step by step. So show up on game day, drop your gems. You can use Google Meet, you can use Zoom, you name it. There are options there, but just keep it simple. Don't be thinking that you need to have a webinar platform that needs to give you analysis, that needs to give you how long persons stay on, that needs to give you what time persons join, what time persons leave. No, you're just trying to bring persons in because you want to just get started, right? So that's if you're doing a live event, because now it is game day and you're making an offer to them, the persons who have joined, for them to come and be a part of what you're doing, what you're offering. When you show up for your life, give more than you promised. I learned this from Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins. Offer value. So maybe you decide that you are going to spend an hour, plan for 2. Maybe you decided that you're just going to present, let them know that you're going to send them the handouts. Think about what else you could do to make sure that the persons who come onto your live event, they feel it, they know it. They're like, you know what, I got so much from her, from just something that's free. Imagine if I'm paying. So go ahead and ensure you're offering value on game day. Now, if you're doing a live event, what you want to also do is have a plan for after. And I think I'll come back to that point because it goes for everything else. So let me make the point about persons who maybe want to write a book. So you decide that you're going to be doing a book. But I'm trying to remember the name of the platform that somebody had suggested that I use. You're thinking, I need this landing page and I need persons to pay here. I wasted 500 US doing that when all I could have done is just save my thing on a Google Drive and have persons sign up. We don't need to do things in this grand scale, because what it does is that it delays us, and you don't want to be delayed. What you want to do is to take action, get a win, and then you can repeat and go into the other steps, right? So if you have an ebook that you want to share, you have some points. I learned about our intellectual property. We have a lot of it. We have a lot of ideas. You think about how long you probably stay on the phone talking to a friend about a particular thing. 1 hour maybe. Think about if you took the 1 hour and wrote down all of those things you were talking about and turned it into an ebook. As I said before, it doesn't need to be 600 pages. You are just dropping your knowledge. So if you're thinking about a book, you can create a Google Drive, drop your book there. The minute person sign up, they receive an email. The email has the link for them to download the book. No. What I would suggest, because we're all busy, and you don't know how long you will have persons on for, or the connection that you're going to be making, I would suggest that you put a barcode. And I did a video on my Instagram page about barcode. I would suggest that you put a barcode so persons can scan to get something to something. So whether they're scanning to your email, whether they're scanning to your course, whatever it is, they're scanning to your storefront, but have a barcode. So the minute persons go on, they can just scan and go to the link. Because what you want to try to do is to not make things so complicated for persons. Because if I think about it and I have another step in this process that I need to take, I probably am going to opt out. So it's either a barcode, or if you have a link, the last page, here's how you can work with me. And you put the links there so persons can just click and go directly to the link and they can do something there. That is if you're doing a book or if you're doing a newsletter. So go ahead and do that, because remember, you're now building your list, and now you have your list. You want to make money, you want to grow, you want to offer value to your clients. So what you're going to be doing is just put a barcode so persons can scan with their phone. It takes them to the link, register here, download here, book my service here, join my podcast, you name it. And you want to just keep on doing that, right? If you're going to be writing a blog as well, you don't need a website. You can, and we think it needs to be what we see everybody else have. They started from somewhere. They probably started writing newsletter on LinkedIn. They probably just started sending emails, and then after maybe a year they turned all of those emails into a blog. You name it. Do the very same thing, because no person would have subscribed and they're looking for things. No, if you're doing like a newsletter or a blog, I mean, they can be interchangeable. I would suggest that over time, when you send your emails, pick a time at when you want to make your offer, because that's at the end of the day, that is what you want to do. You want persons to come on board, come onto your mailing list, and then because you're offering them something that's going to move their life and to shift them. Sometimes we think that making an offer and being salesy is bad, but you think about the things that you have purchased, you think about money that you have spent. What if they didn't come in front of you and say, hey, I'm selling this? Think about the biggest brands in the world right now. They are still advertising. They are still in your face 24/7. Hey, I'm here. Buy this drink. Wear this brand. They are still advertising. So don't feel any way if you need to sell what you have, because you know you have value and persons need to hear it. So if you are doing a live, remember, show up, show out, give more than you promise. You can do your live on Zoom, you can do your live on Google Meet. It is, don't try and get a web service that give you statistics that you probably won't be able to analyze, because you don't have the audience as yet. You're just starting out. Offer them value. So if you're doing a book, remember, you can save your book on Google Drive. If you're doing a blog, you can also just send emails. No, you have done what you needed to do. You built your list. You decided on what you're doing. You built your list. You've been sending them emails. You're surveying. Game day, you showed up. After you have built your list, now continue, as we shared yesterday or the day before, continue showing up for your audience, continue sending them emails, continue asking questions, continue surveying, continue offering them value. Let them know what's happening in the world, because you brought them in for a reason. Now, what we tend to do sometimes with our list is that we get person in on our list, we forget about them, and we only go to them when we want something. What's going to happen? Sometimes your emails probably end up going to junk, because it's not something that the email service realize that they're opening that often, so they won't even see it. And what it will seem like is, oh, you know what? I don't really want anything from you. I didn't come to serve you, but whenever I want something, I'm coming back to ask you for it. You don't want your email list to be like that. Think about them as being a part of your community, and you continue to serve and serve them with value. No, don't feel any way if people unsubscribe from your list. It's okay. It's fine. It may mean that maybe they thought that what you offer is what they wanted. It didn't work. The unsubscribe, that's fine. If we're honest, we unsubscribe from emails all the time. So it's okay. Maybe they signed up so that they can get the freebie and then they're gone. Just like how you may have signed up in a store so you could get the 10% discount, but you don't plan to open the email. It's okay. As soon as you continue to do it over and over, then you'll realize that the more you sign up, the more you might have one or two persons who come onto your list who are really your desired clients. All you need to do, rinse and repeat. Figure out what didn't work. Maybe I marketed it on the wrong platform, because you may do it and you don't build a list. Doesn't mean that it's the wrong thing. Maybe you should have marketed on another platform. Maybe you could have used your voice different. There are so many things that could be different. Myron Golin does a challenge probably every month. I was telling somebody this morning, every month or every other month. It's the same thing. Make more offers challenge. And he does it every single month. He changes nothing about it. He just continues to show, because he's building his list. He's working on the clients that he's going to be serving next quarter. So this is the thing that he does. So decide on what it is that you want to do. If this series helped you, let me know if there are any other questions that you have, any other concerns, and you believe that, you know what, maybe we can do another series about it. Drop the link, and I hope that you find something to do. There are many ways. And remember, I tell you, no matter what you offer, there is a list that you can build. If you are a hairdresser, take the information for persons who come to your store. Tell them about hair care, skin care, whatever it is. lip gloss, food, anything at all you do, you're able to build a list from it to get persons on. We don't want social media to crash and then you have absolutely no way of reaching people because you are just depending on these channels that you have absolutely no control over to reach your audience. So that's what I wanted to share with you for this week. I also did a video, a recording of how to use Google Drive to save your files. So go ahead in the link and on my channel and check it out. And remember, guys, like, share, subscribe. If this helped you, if you have a question, any comments, go ahead and drop them below the videos. This probably is the longest video that we've done since week. All our videos are about maximum 12 minutes so that you can listen to things that doesn't feel so, when you finish listening to the video, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I have so many things to do. It's just one thing per day. And you listen to the next one, even if you're listening to this video after the live has happened. So thank you for coming on. I'm Michelle O'Connor, your business growth coach. And you can always check out all my links in my bio in my channel. And I hope that you have a productive week. Bye. Weekend.